All right, I want to welcome everybody here today. Today is the 15th day of January. Did you set goals? Did you have New Year's resolutions? Are you on track? I think it was this past Friday. There's like a certain day of January. I think it was the 10th where it's called Resolution Quitting Day. It's where most people give up on the resolution, whether it was to lose weight, get in shape, whatever it is, they lose it. And I don't. I thrive on it. Last year, I had a goal to give up alcohol. I didn't have a single drop of alcohol all year. It was great. And then went out to dinner with some friends, and I was considering doing it for the whole year of 2025 also. But we had a few drinks. But I'm done. I don't want it anymore. I like being alcohol free. Anyway, but what I incorporated that I haven't done in a few years was exercise every day. Don't miss a day. And so we're doing that this year. That's another resolution. There are financial resolutions. Last year was a financial resolution year that was phenomenal. This year I have my financial resolutions that I know we're going to hit, and we want to help you also. Whatever. So you got to have a goal. Remember, this one started at 2:10, 12:10. We're going to look to get it done in 30 minutes, but you'll see me go off on little tangents telling stories here. But I love one of my first mentors in life. He used to have this analogy that just made sense to me at the time. Maybe today it doesn't make sense, but he said, you got to have a goal. He said, imagine you go to the airport and you ask the ticket agent, say, hey, I want a ticket. I want to go on vacation. She's going to say, well, where do you want to go? I don't know. I just want to go on vacation. How are you going to get to where you want to go if you don't know where you want to go? You got to have goals. You got to have, Zig Ziglar said it best. I love Zig. I quote Zig quite often. Zig said, that regarding goals. Now I'm having a senior moment. Forgive me. But it's a great phrase he said that just popped into my head and just popped out. But regarding goals, yeah, it'll come to me when it does. I'll tell you. I forgive myself. All right, here we go. So I'm going to go to share screen. We're going to jump right into it. And open up Zoom. Let's go full screen. Where's that presenter button? Where is that? I'm going to turn off my video shortly because it gets in the way. Hey, there's the full screen. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to turn my video off. Help me get going here. And there we go. All right. So we're going to be talking about Bellator. If you're here for the first time, you heard me rambling a little bit. Our training before the presentation went a little bit longer. We went 8 minutes longer. So forgive me. We're about 5 minutes into that. And we're going to look right now at the clock, 12:13. We will be done within a half hour from now. So I know some of you are at work, you have a limited time. Just so you know, we'll be done, by 12:45 Eastern, which is 32 minutes from right now. But the information we're going to talk about here is about a company called Bellator, which just got started. It partnered with and is representing a company called Miracle Cash and More, which is 8 years old. And Miracle Cash is phenomenal. We're going to touch on it throughout this presentation. But just to summarize, what we're going to cover and how we're going to get there and how you could benefit by it. That's the most important thing. If you're here for the first time, this really is for you. So sit back and relax. I'll try to be as calm and likable of a voice as I can. Sometimes I get very excited and I giggle and get excited, and I might in this presentation. Just forgive me for that. But I promise you, we're going to give you clear information so you understand. So what is Bellator? Bellator is the marketing arm for Miracle Cash and More. And we are a company with Bellator where we want to protect ourselves in everything we do. So we're going to read some disclosure statement and also a copyright statement. The information provided does not constitute financial advice, investment recommendation, or an endorsement of any investment strategy. Investment involves risk, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Always conduct thorough research and seek the advice of a qualified financial professional before making any investment decisions. Any reliance on the information provided is at your own risk. We do not guarantee the accuracy or completeness of the information and disclaim any liability for any direct or consequential loss arising from any use of this content. Remember that all investments carry risk, and you should be aware of your risk tolerance and financial situation before making investment decisions. Our copyright disclaimer reads: the contents of the video, including but not limited to the text, images, audio, and video clips, are protected under the copyright law and are the property of Bellator. Any unauthorized reproduction, redistribution, or modification of the content without prior written consent from Bellator is strictly prohibited. This video is intended for personal viewing only and may not be used for commercial purpose without express permission. Bellator reserves all the rights to take legal action against individuals or entities found to be in violation of this copyright disclaimer. Boom, there you go, you got it. So the question is, are you positioned? What does that mean? Whenever there are new things coming, my wife's favorite habit is looking at real estate. We go play, but we have fun doing it. Like we go down to Naples, Florida quite frequently, and we are fortunate enough to have a little group, my mother-in-law, my brother-in-law, sister-in-law, and we have this little 2-bedroom condo that's across the street from the beach. Great location, but it's not a multi-million-dollar property or anything like that. But in Naples, oh my goodness, they're building condominiums next door that start at 14 million and go up to 70 million for a condo. We're talking about generational wealth. We're talking about the people who are really, billionaires. Anyway, and there are billionaires down there. I mean, it's amazing. We get a kick out of it. We go down to Port Royal on Sunday, open house, and we go into these homes that are, 13 million, 14 million, $25 million homes, 50 million. There was recently an advertisement for the most expensive house in the United States today, and it's down in Port Royal. It's $275 million. So it's good, but it's fun. My wife enjoys this. She looks at properties and we do that. But conditionally, she comes back saying, "Oh, if we would have, sure." When you look at 1,000 properties, you're going to find some properties that 3 years ago doubled, tripled, quadrupled in value. That happens, especially in the environment that we went in for the last few years. Prices just went through the roof. But are you positioned for what's coming in front of us right now? And we're going to be talking throughout this presentation about something major that's happening. And these are all little snippets about companies, Ripple, over five. The one on the upper left-hand side, I'm going to address that. It says over 560 million people own cryptocurrencies. Now, if you were watching the video that was the interview of Natalie Brunell with Jeff Booth, Jeff Booth talked about a population in the world of 7.5. I always thought that was the case. Then I heard it went up to 8, and I read from several people, and it was referred to as 8. And then people questioned that because of how do they actually, do the numbers here and figure it out. Regardless, we're approaching 8 billion people on the planet, or we've already exceeded that. The experts are predicting that just in the next 4 to 5 years, this number of 560 million people that own cryptocurrency is going to balloon to over 5 billion people owning cryptocurrency. Hello? Does that give you a clue? Think about the cell phone, think about the internet, think about all these things that came on the scene, Amazon, that weren't here just 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, and are here today. And crypto is one of them. So, Bitcoin, the white paper was issued in 2008. The first transaction was called the Genesis block, was in January of 2009. And then the first transaction, when somebody bought something with Bitcoin, it's called Pizza Day today. Write it down. I'll never forget it. Why? Because it's Pizza Day. And it's also my daughter and her husband's anniversary, May 22nd. May 22nd of 2010, a guy had a pizzeria owner agreed to accept 10,000 Bitcoin for two pies, $25 value, right? What is that worth today? Just look at $100,000 and multiply that by 10,000, and you tell me what it comes out to. The guy'd be, I don't know if it's a billionaire, but it'd definitely be over 100 million. I think that's where it would be, as a billion. Crazy if you knew back then, what you know today, right? Well, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about getting positioned before the whole world sees it and knows it and accepts it. Whether they utilize it or not, you don't have to. Just because Geico has this cute little gecko doesn't mean everybody's got Geico, but everybody knows about Geico, and it's a huge successful company, right? There will be Miracle Cash and More, I believe, will be a household word all over the world for the technology that they use, and you're going to see it right here in this presentation. We have a 12-month outlook to, within 12 months, bring on 100,000 new members. So if you've already decided to become a new member, congratulations. If you're just looking at this, come become a partner. It's free. You get your own website and everything. Come become a partner and buy what you want to buy. Come in where you fit in. You know, I'm not one of these hard closed guys trying to sell you, you know, on 50,000, 100,000. That's not what this is about. You look at what we have and you come in where you fit in. But like Zig, okay, I'm going to quote Zig. Like Zig used to say, you got to take the first step before you take the second step. I mean, you don't go anywhere if you don't take the first step. Take the first step. Sign up. Get yourself an account. It's free. And learn as you go. You know, and if you're ready to make a decision to make a purchase, make a purchase. But come in where you fit in. Get started. Do something. Don't just ignore what I'm saying here. I'm telling you, people are going to make a fortune. People are going to become millionaires. This is what I believe. There's no guarantee. I believe we're going to create more millionaires through this company than any company I've ever seen before. And when I get through it, you might agree. It might take a few more listen to, look at, talk to. Might take you another week, might take you another month, might take you 6 months. But if you hit that point and you believe it and it happens, you'll be thankful for me putting a little pressure here, saying just sign up for free. Come in. Okay. So we believe that those 100,000 new members will produce over $200 million in CPU sales in the next 12 months. And that's because Bellator sells a product that you buy one time and get paid on it for the rest of your life daily, every single day. Bellator, your daily forever profit. You buy a Bellator CPU node, and I usually hold back. You know, I've been through sales training where they tell you, you know, just build up the value, then tell them the price at the end, and then give them a special deal. But guess what? You know, all this kind of nonsense. I hate that nonsense. I like to get straight to the point. The single node is $1,100. No big deal. You know, how many people have bought a television for $1,100? It's no big deal. All right. But this is what we call a passive residual income producing asset. It's something that you could buy one time and get paid on day after day after day after day after day after day after day. That's daily, where it says your daily profit forever for the rest of your life. And the product itself is saleable, it's transferable, and it's inheritable. Why wouldn't you want that? It's like looking at McDonald's when they were selling for $25,000. If you knew today, if you knew back then, what you knew today, this was the 1970s. I had a friend whose father did buy, you know, they had like 7 different McDonald's, right? But back then, whatever it sold for the franchise, I don't know if it was 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 when it first started, it was very affordable in today's terms, right? If that were the case, you know, hindsight's 2020. If you knew back then what you know today, of course you would have bought a McDonald's franchise. You know, anyway, that's how I equate, you know, what we're going to look at here today. So here's a little video that's just a couple of minutes.
Victorious warrior is growth. A true warrior thrives on evolution. Only by continually reinventing themselves. Staying open and clear-minded. And combining time-tested methods with new innovations. And they achieve lasting success.
Okay. I didn't produce that video. So, but there's a 4-minute version of that I like a little bit better. It got cut short there. Anyway, I'm going to work on that stuff. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I will create a more congruent presentation that flows with how my mind thinks. And each and every we have great presenters. Don't get me wrong, but for me, I'm particular about how I think things should flow. So we took a look at that video, just incredible. And let me just share this with you. We are in the process of growing a company that really is in beta. I mean, we threw this together when Micah contacted me and they said, "Hey, this is what we want to do. This is what we want to go. What are your thoughts on it?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm in. Let's do this. I'm excited about this." And the reason why is this thing's built for speed. We need speed. We have such an incredible product offering. We have such great contracts signed that we had to pick up the pace as to how we could bring people in to participate and partner with us and build this thing. And so Bellator, what you're looking at, is a warrior. And you have to have a warrior mindset. I mean, think about what you've gone through in life. Have you battled through tough situations? That makes you a warrior. Have you hit the brick wall? Have you been chopped down? Have you overcome adversity? That makes you a warrior. This is about the warrior mantra, the warrior lifestyle. That we are warriors. We those of us who end up, every single successful person in the world doesn't wake up being a successful person without earning it. You got to earn it. You got to pay the price. You got to go through the grind. You got to go through the hassle. You got to go through the difficult times in order to come out on the other side as a victor. You got to become a warrior. If you're not willing to fight, you ain't going to win. You can't win if you don't fight. It's impossible to win if you don't get down dirty and do what you got to do. And as one of my mentors said, you got to reach down your throat and grab your guts and squeeze. You got to push yourself beyond your limitations. Do you want greatness? Do you want to have the best success you've ever had in your life? If you do, you found the right place. You found a home. Why? Because timing is everything. And this thing's getting ready to take off in a major way. And some of you know that, but I want you to see it. Based on the slides that I have to utilize. So the video I was looking for talked about these two different products, Miracle Cash and Phoenix Hera. And we're going to talk about that. And we're even going to watch a couple more videos. But let me go back to presenter mode. Okay. So we read that, watch that. Okay. And one more. There we go. And so here we are. Miracle Cash and More has been in existence since 2017. And we're going to touch on the ecosystem that is Miracle Cash and More. Phoenix Hera is a project. It's a land development project that is building the world's first, in my understanding, I've never seen it, never heard of it, the world's first 5-star resort casino, crypto, hotel, and casino on Northern Cyprus. And you can see a cool video about that. And guess what? If you buy one of those simple little nodes that we talked about before, you're going to make money cha-ching every single day based on the profit that comes from the casino, that comes from the restaurant, that comes from the hotel, that comes from the residences, percentage of the profit that comes from every single transaction that happens. So let me paint the big picture for you. The reason why I came on board with this company was it was real. I called up my friend Steve when I got back. I said, Steve, he told me, give me a call. I know about this company. Tell me your thoughts. I said, Steve, it's real. They got real technology. They actually have point of sale terminals where you could buy anything that store sells with crypto. It's amazing. This is real. This is something that nobody's done before. This is a smartphone when nobody knew what a smartphone was. Prior to the iPhone, we had the flip phone. And yes, you could text, but you could do anything else. You could take pictures. You didn't have app for this and app for that. You didn't have all the connectivity to the internet that you do with a smartphone. We all take it for granted now. We forget that wasn't too long ago. That was 1996. Now everybody's got them. As a matter of fact, there's more cell phones, active cell phones on the planet than there are people. More than 8 billion. Everybody's engaged with it. Everybody's engaged with transactions. Everybody goes into a store and buys something. And they're now conditioned. Think about it. It used to be, I'm old enough to tell you, back in the 1970s, the first credit card that I saw being used was an American Express, and they had this big metal clunky thing with carbon paper on it and it gave you the receipt, right? And then it started getting fancy, and then more credit cards came out, and all of a sudden we went from having just a credit card to having a credit card with a magnetic strip. Then we had a credit card with a chip on it, right? And today it's you either swipe it, you tap it, or you chip it. And you out there and utilize Visa, American Express, MasterCard, and those merchants that have those terminals pay 2 to 4%, depending on which provider they have. They pay on top of what they earn on their product. They have to pay that to the banks. Well, we have that capability with crypto. See, crypto is a little bit different. It doesn't put that cost on the merchant, on the store. Whatever transaction costs there are, the customer absorbs. And on every single transaction in the world that makes a transaction with crypto, cha-ching, somebody's making money. How would you like to be that person? Because all of us, every single one of us that buy a CPU node, that's how it operates. Okay, I'm done pitching the deal from the top of my head. Let's follow the slides. Here we go. So on the left, you see the Miracle Cash and More ecosystem. You see ATMs, you see point of sale terminals, you see a whole bunch of stuff in there, blockchain services, fintech services, reward systems. You have KYC and KYB, which is know your customer, know your business, regulatory services. Everything that we do, this was another feature that really attracted me to Miracle, is that every single thing that Miracle does, it has to be licensed and regulated before they'll open up a store, before they'll open up a country. They have to have all the licensing and all the regulations. So I said, okay, these guys are going to do it right. They're not going to be hiding in some island without an address that nobody could get to. Matter of fact, when I looked at this for the first time, and I was told you're gonna have customer support and you're gonna have customer service, because none of the companies out there really that are exchanges had a phone number you could call or a store you can walk into and talk to somebody. But this company did. I said, okay, they're doing it right. I love this. And their expansion plan made sense because the first area that really came out with regulatory policies is what's called the European Union. And they came out with something called MiCA that was signed last year. MiCA is markets and crypto assets. And so we're starting out in all these countries, Germany, Turkey, France, Spain, United. There's actually 27 countries right now that we're licensed to go into with the product that you're going to take a look at. And our global presence will eventually come all over the world. And right now, what's happening in the United States, oh my goodness, what's going to happen this year? Oh my goodness, the regulations are going to hit this year, guys. And all of a sudden, we in Miracle Cash are going to be coming over to the United States with this stuff. We've been holding back for the last couple of years because the United States was trailing way behind Europe in their advancement and adaptation to cryptocurrency. It's happening. This is the year. Since the advent last year of the ETFs, where the big boys got involved, with the companies that hold assets under management got their ETFs approved, 11 of them initially by the SEC. That January of 2024 was the beginning of the gold rush of crypto. And that's where we stand right now at the very forefront. And people are starting to see the name Miracle. They're starting to hear the name Miracle. We've been featured in article after article in Forbes, in Business Finance, in Yahoo Finance. We will be a word that this name, Miracle, with that little logo, with those two triangular purple, this will be worldwide, and everybody will know about it. And you're hearing about it. The secret, if you want to call it a secret, is to get involved before the whole world knows about it, to position yourself in front of the masses before the masses react. That's exactly where we are. So Miracle Cash and More is not only a cryptocurrency exchange, it not only has a bunch of delivery channels, a bunch of products, a bunch of companies. There are now 22 companies underneath Miracle. All the little ones that you saw, and you'll see more in future slides, are all part of the Miracle world. And so Miracle acquired a company called Bellator, which is an over-the-counter NASDAQ company, and we're in the process of completing the merger. And as soon as the merger is complete, Miracle Cash and More will be filing the SEC quarterly statements, where everybody will see this is a real company. This is a NASDAQ company. This is a company on a stock exchange. You're looking at it before that merger completes. That's how early you are in the game. See, the glass is either half empty or half full. It's all the way you look at it. I've found in life, the people that have the most difficulties focus on the problems instead of the rewards of success. They focus on what's wrong instead of what's right. If you focus on what right here, there's a mountain of information to build on and get excited about and become a part of it. Boom, there it is. Just look at all these companies right in the middle. That image right there, this will go around the world. That image right there is the Phoenix token, which is not just a token, it's not just a utility token, it's a super utility token. How and why? Because every single transaction that happens in every single thing you see on the screen has to get paid for in Phoenix token. We have the ability for you to stack Phoenix token right now. I'm stacking Phoenix like crazy. I don't want to tell you how many I have, but I checked with corporate today. It's in the millions. I know how big this thing's going to be. I knew it day one when I saw the Phoenix token. And this is incredible that this Phoenix token potentially could be worth 10 cents, $1, $10, $100. And then you multiply how many tokens did you stack? It's all about your stack. How big is your stack? How many tokens are you going to stack? We're going to show you how you can start stacking right now by buying a single node that pays you every single day in Phoenix token. Look at all the stuff. Miracle Cash and More, the exchange, Leveler, it's a trading platform that's expanding. Soon to come, utilized in conjunction with Leveler is Miracle Swap. Miracle Estates, the first crypto blockchain land development company in the world. And you're going to see a video about what we're developing. And you're going to be able to get involved with it before it happens. Miracle Sport TV, the owner of the company, Contour, I love him. He's passionate about soccer. It's called football over there. He owns 2 football teams in 2 different leagues. The Miracle Sports teams. They got buses with the Miracle logos all over it. I was staying at one of the hotels and when I was out there, and the soccer team was doing 2 practices a day, and they'd come back to the hotel, the huge buffet, and I met the coach and I met the star player, and just amazing fun stuff that we're involved in. And from that off to the right, you see Miracle Media. We own our own media company that covers all this stuff and broadcasts it. The Phoenix Hera project down the center there, we'll hold that to last because we can show some videos on that. And Mediterra again is up in the right hand. Miracle Pay is the product that millions of people around the world are going to be utilizing to make purchases. And that's it. That little logo right there, Miracle Pay, is going to be a decal on the front of the store. You know, when you walk into a store and you see American Express, Visa, MasterCard accepted here, you can see Miracle Pay, crypto accepted here. People are going to be using crypto to make purchases in stores all over the world. The technology, there are 4 major merchant account providers that have all contracted with us, and that people will be able to purchase stuff utilizing Miracle Pay on terminals that are already existent. They're in the stores. I'm not going to tell you the names of the companies, but some of us know the names of the companies. These are big name companies. Everywhere I go now, I look at the terminal to see who it is. And it's never a terminal that I'm not familiar with that's one of the top 4. And those top 4 have over 100 million merchants. Not 100 million people that are customers, 100 million merchants, meaning stores that people spend money at, and they will be spending crypto at. And we own the technology to bring it all over the world. Now, if you have an ounce of entrepreneurial blood in your veins, you should be getting excited by what I just shared with you. It's bigger than we can imagine. Okay, let's stop right here. Let me calm down. I told you I might get excited. Let me calm down. So we're going to go into the numbers and how you can make money, and that confuses people. Right now, I don't think you're confused. I think you understood everything, every word I just said. And if you do, what we're going to show you, don't let what you're going to see because you don't understand it yet stop you. Take a leap of faith. Go for it. Just say right now to yourself, I'm doing this. I hear what the guy's saying. I like what he's saying. If what he's saying is true, and that's what I said. Ray Vidrio, who's the VP of sales for this company, said to me, Ed, can I get just 5 minutes to bring you up to speed with me and Mike are doing? I said, sure, Ray. Within 5 minutes, what he said, the light bulb went off in my head to the degree that I said, Ray, if what you're saying is true, I'll jump on a plane tomorrow and come to Cyprus. 6 days later, I was in Cyprus. I saw it. I reckon I had a lot of experience. I've been around the block. I'm not a kid. This isn't my first rodeo. I've seen a lot, done a lot. I've never seen anything that even comes close to the magnitude of what you're about to look at and you are looking at right now. So just say that to yourself. I'm in. I got you. I get it. Let's go. So let's jump into Bellator, which is the marketing arm for Miracle Cash and More, the primary marketing arm for Miracle Cash and More. And we're going to talk about the Phoenix Hera, which is the crypto hotel and casino land development project. You're going to see a video. We've broken ground already. It's in the works. And as this thing develops and you can own a piece of every transaction that happens at this casino, both physical casino there in Northern Cyprus and an online casino where people will be, spending money. And we make money on every single transaction. Let's go. Miracle Estates. This is what it's all about.
Northern Cyprus stands out as a premier destination in beachfront property. It's consistently endorsed by Forbes magazine from 2021 to 2020. Located 50 minutes from the airport and less than an hour from two major city centers, Phoenix Hera, the hotel, residence, and casino complex, is being launched as part of the Phoenix token strategy. Good news for Phoenix token holders because Hera is the Mediterranean Las Vegas with so much more to offer. This project, expected to generate $100 million in revenue, will be completed in 3 years. Investors will enjoy 15 days of free access to all the complex's services annually and will be able to instantly track all revenue streams through the Miracle app. Do not miss this opportunity. Invest in the new Las Vegas of the Mediterranean today.
Is that exciting or what? Phoenix Hera, the hotel first crypto hotel and casino 5-star, and you could own a piece of it. Miracle Pay, the technology that's bringing it to the world.
Step into the future with Miracle's ecosystem. Own a node and connect directly to the heart of Miracle Pay in Phoenix Hera, a groundbreaking NFT-based hotel and casino. As a node owner, you secure and power every transaction, earning a share of revenues from both Phoenix Hera and Miracle Pay's global expansion. This isn't just a passive asset. It's your stake in a seamless, secure financial future. Join us to create tomorrow today.
We are in the process of creating tomorrow today. When you purchase a node, you're going to be earning and sharing in 30% of the transactional fees, the transactional profit that comes from every single transaction and every single merchant that is utilizing this project to yourself day after day after day after day. I'm loving it. I was seeing a whole bunch of numbers the other day. I go, where'd this come from? Where'd that come from? And I had to figure it out. I was talking to Stalita. Stalita's on the line, and she helped me figure it out. We figured out where all this money's coming from. All these cryptos are flying, these crypto tokens are flying into my account, and I'm wondering, where. We figured it out. And every time, whether it's from the Hera Casino or it's from one of our terminals, we get to share in that profit. And 80%, I had to figure this one out too. The 80%, it was 80% of the actual token. So when you earn, what happens is you who own the node get 80% of that transactional volume, and 20% goes into the marketing arm, goes into one of our 2 structures that we earn from. Really amazing, really, really incredible. And so to get started, you could go small, or you could go big, or you could go home. It's like what they say in Texas: go big or go home. We have so come in where you fit in. We have a half a node. We call it small. We call it a cut. And the node that we're talking about is $1,100 to get the whole node. That's what I suggest, more or less to everybody and anybody. And if you're really serious, you could get 3 nodes, which have 3 business centers that all could earn, and 7 nodes, which has 7 nodes and 7. So what's the difference between a 7, what we call a 7-pack or 1-pack, which is 1 node? It's that you make 7 times as much money. It's just, that's just the beginning. That's just So wherever you come in, yes, I came in with a 7-pack. Why? Because I realized for me, that's the best way to go. But come in where you fit in. Like I said earlier, become a partner. It's free. Make a purchase if you can make a purchase, however you want. Get your questions answered. Come in where you fit in. You could always add as you go. But if you're an all or nothing type of person, you might want to come in with a 7-pack. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, we have a special promotion going on, so I'll handle it right here. We have till midnight tomorrow night. Midnight tomorrow night. Today is Wednesday. What's today's date? The 15th. So yes, midnight tomorrow night at 12:01 midnight. After midnight, this deal's offered. I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, it ends the 17th. When the 17th starts, the 17th starts at 12:01 a.m. on the 17th. So that's why I say tomorrow night. You got till midnight Eastern to make this purchase. Buy one node, get one node. BOGO. Buy one, get one free. It's huge. Now you can have two. You make twice as much money with the same amount of money. The 3-pack, buy a 3-pack, get 3 for free. BOGO. BOGO is buy one, get one free. 3-pack, buy 3, get 3 free. Now the 7's a little bit different. The BOGO with the 1 and the get buy 3, and this just buy those who buy, you get 3. Buy 3, get 3. On the 7-pack, we have a promo that does not end tomorrow night at midnight. It goes to the end of the month. The 7-pack is if you sell a 7-pack, you get a 7-pack. You, the person who sells it, you sell a 7-pack to somebody, not to yourself. You can't sell it to yourself. That's buying. You got to sell the 7-pack to somebody. You sell a 7-pack and you get 7. Now you could do whatever you want with those 7. You could keep them. You could utilize them in the future as an asset to attract people, or you could give it to the person as an added incentive. Hey, if you buy a 7-pack, I'll give you the 7 that I get. However you want to do it. Come in where you fit in, but however you want to do it, that's a big time play. That 7-pack is for the big time play. And we realize that we're looking at 1 to 5% of the people that'll do that. I know that's not for everybody, but for those of you who are big thinkers, that is there. So we have crypto convenience for families. We have a crypto credit card that's fueled with crypto. You could buy everything with a crypto credit card that you could get being a member of Bellator. That's in the process. It's going to be a crypto debit credit card that actually has a provision on it where you could borrow against your assets, which, by the way, for those who don't know, when you take out a loan, you don't pay tax on a loan. It doesn't count as income. It's a loan. And so it's a great way to go. And a lot of the wealthy people in the world do that. They borrow, they collateralize their assets and borrow against their own assets. And that's what they use to invest with. That's where they buy a home. And that's where they buy more income producing assets without paying taxes. Why? Because it's a loan. You're borrowing your own money. You don't get charged as income when you borrow your own money. That's one of the secrets of the wealth. And so we will be sharing wealth creation ideas as we go. I know very little, but what I do know, I'm very excited about, as you can tell. So there's 3 ways to earn. The CPU nodes, we just went over that. The crypto debit cards, we're going to take a look at, and you earn from referrals. And here's how we make money on the crypto debit cards. And everything that you see in the center, the crypto cards, the node overrides, the Web3 products that are in development or completed, the Miracle Pay online. That's like the crypto hotel. It's online, the online version. The Miracle Pay merchants, the Miracle Pay with installments. That's an incredible product. And just look at the percentages. 5. So when I talked about that 80 to 20 split before, if you buy a node, 80% of your profit, you keep 20% of it goes into this 15 levels. So when you start looking at your 15 levels, I just looked yesterday. I saw somebody on my 25th level already. It's incredible. I knew this thing's going to go down 100 levels, going to go 1,000 levels, no doubt about it. But in the top 15 levels, you just look and you make 5%, 4%, 4%, all these different percentages on each level based on their node that's running on a daily basis that they're making money on daily. So will you. You make a piece of it. It's just mind-boggling how phenomenal this is. Then we have a 2-team structure. For those of you that are familiar with direct sales network marketing, this is a 2-team structure. and you can advance in rank from difference maker to winner to leader to champion, legend. Very simple to do. We'll go over that in training. And you have a daily maximum that you can earn on the lesser legs volume. And so there's two teams, a left team and a right team, and whichever on a daily basis has and by the way, the volume just keeps accumulating. If you don't earn on it, it doesn't disappear. There is no situation here where the company's purging volume. It just keeps banking and keeps growing. And whatever you produce on the lesser leg, and just think about this, you sell one node, you're going to make 20% of the 400 bonus points that are attached to that CPU node, which is $80. And to earn on the right-hand side, you talk about 10% to 20%. That's of the volume in the lesser leg. Each node has 400 points on it. So you can earn anywhere from $40 to $80, which is the 10% of the 400 or the 20% of the 400, $40 to $80 on every single sale that's made in your lesser leg. So just think about that. Qualify. I tell people, get to legend, which is top position, get to 20%. Now you max out the comp plan, 20% of the lesser leg. Every single person that joins with one, just with one, you're making $80 on it. You had 2 or 3 people join. What if somebody buys a 7-pack? Multiply that by 7. What's 80 times 7? That's what it is. $560. Bang. Just like that, in your lesser leg. This is amazing. It's incredible. And we also have a matching bonus where as you advance in rank, you could match the bonus, meaning the bonus of their lesser leg volume. You enroll somebody, and whatever they make in their lesser leg, you can make 5 to 25% of it. And folks, that's our presentation. I went a little bit over. I think this might come in right about 35 minutes. That's my guesstimate. I think this was a pretty good presentation. We'll probably record this and put it up for those who want it. So with that being said, I want to congratulate everybody who's had the time to just listen to me get excited and tell you about Bellator and everything we're doing. I appreciate each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. I have love for you. I love humanity. I love people. And we want to help you succeed. Zig Ziglar's philosophy, you could have everything in life you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. With that being said, always, always, always remember the best is yet to come. To God be the glory. Tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern time, we'll be back for more. Come a half hour early. We always do some type of good training in the beginning. I think those of you who are here got some real good stuff today, and we'll see you this evening. Take care. God bless.